Chief, bonding with board games and RPGs. Woo! I'm back with Scott. We're playing co-op. And we're in AMC's The Walking Dead. So I'm going to set this off to the side. I'll need it if we get into some horde combat. Do you recall, or how about I do a quick wrap up on where we were at? I can pull this out of the way as well. There's the box set.
Yeah, might as well do a quick wrap up real quick. So.
Got it. All right. So Howard, the ATV, I pitted him, he hit his head, he ended up dying. We were doing like a eulogy for him, which is a big thing in the game. Off goes the character. We know his family's there. They're tucking things in. We're on the 60th floor. While Angus, who's dating his 18-year-old daughter, is tucking something into his pocket, he
Angus is the building.
Yes,
we went into the Truest building.
Right.
We ran into Angus. He's basically the building
super.
Yeah. Yeah.
He runs the generators,
Emma,
elevators. Yeah.
Emma had kind of developed an eye for Angus.
And
oddly.
Oddly. That was all done by dice. Howard, her father, Noah, the son who can't stand me, Jillian, the trophy wife, and Rebecca, the assistant or secretary that
he'd been having an affair with.
Yeah.
All right.
All kinds of drama. But Howard dies. We're doing the eulogy.
We think the best way is to just throw him off of the building.
Which is crazy, but we rolled for it.
Yeah.
And before that happens, one by one, everybody's coming up and speaking words over him. And he reanimates randomly. And it's not a gentle bite on Angus. It's like Angus's nose and eye are bitten off.
Yeah, he got the short end of the stick on that.
Terrible. Emma gets him to the elevator.
You popped him in the head.
I popped him, and Emma took Angus down to, he kind of lives in the sub-basement.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And they went down there. We kind of went down, and we found out on the second floor this giant herd that had come out of the Georgia Dome and the Centennial Park Convention Center. The street is hoarded.
Swamped.
Yeah, it's like 600,000 or whatever.
It's like Walmart on Black Friday.
Yes, there you go. And some of them were coming in through the second floor. We dumped a couple. I took some stress. We bailed out of there, tried to jam the doors.
Yeah.
But now the building's not considered secure anymore.
That's right.
And that's where we're at.
We went back up to our floor and kind of secured it.
Yeah, we secured the top floor pretty good. Power's still on. The first thing we want to check is power.
Yeah, we need to roll.
Power's been staying with us. We do have some options, but it's been slowly sliding worse and worse. As far as power failure, do we think we're at very likely 85% using the Mythic emulator? Or do you think we're at likely 75%? I can't remember where we were.
We've been increased. We should be at least 70%, 75% chance.
So let's go with likely. 75% chance power loses.
Yeah.
And you need to roll on this. Go ahead and throw that percentile. Percentile dice 75 or less.
By the way, this is new. You just brought this in.
I did. It's just to contain the roll. 54. Got it. And we can roll out here if you wish.
No, I like it.
Okay, you do like it. All right. So 54.
And just in case the people were wondering, what's this
like,
octagon shit
thing? What the heck?
You haven't had that before.
Right. So all of a sudden,
kind of a dice tower.
It is. Well, yeah, it's just a dice tray.
Dice tray.
That's what they call it. So all of a sudden,
so we lost power finally.
Dang it.
We were lucky to have it this far.
Long time. Yeah, and the elevators have been great.
So let's see. Up top, we've got yourself and me.
Yes.
Rebecca is up there.
Yes.
And
Jillian. And Noah.
And
Noah's 12 years old. I call him Chubbs.
Okay.
He hates it. But I call him Chubbs.
Emma disappeared with Angus. He was in agonizing pain.
Yeah, horrible.
Why would she take him? What she thinks she's going to do? He wants to go. That's his comfort. That's his home. He's got to get back down there.
Yes.
Maybe he's got some salve or something he thinks he can put on it.
Yeah, he's got an anti-zombie salve.
Yeah, he's got his own homemade.
He would. He'd have oil in it, some Vaseline.
Yeah.
You pack the wound.
And some green tea,
green
flakes.
Tea, a little bit of tobacco.
And some weird, yogurt
a playing card or something needs to be slid in there. Yeah. Either way, Emma and Angus. We loved Angus.
By the way, grab that whiskey over here.
Which one you want?
The one where the Secrets of Smoke. We just filmed that
bring
one.
Over
That's what I got in my glass.
For those that don't know, we just had a guy that literally said, "You've got to be kidding! The Scotch Test Dummies have a board game channel." This guy literally commented, "What was it? It was Savage Goose." Oh. Savage Goose was like, "Are you kidding me?" And so I was like, "Sweet." He's like, "I've seen Scotch Test Dummies. I didn't know you had a board game channel." Well, thank you, Savage Goose. Yeah. So it's kind of more my thing, but he came in as a co-op. But I like what you're saying here. So what we're dealing with is we've lost power. We're way up at like the 58th and above, 58 to 60 floors up. We know Angus and Emma are in like a sub basement. So not only the basement.
So the power, I would say the power was up. They hopped in the elevator.
Took that speed. There's a fast
elevator. We
also
have a building infiltrated by possible zombies at this point.
Right. We fought and tried to jam doors.
We don't know. We bailed. We don't. Maybe they're contained. Maybe they're not.
Second floor breach is all we knew, and it looked bad. Well, we barely got out of there. So.
But we've got it now. We've kind of got to get to Angus to find out how to keep power. We lost power, but we got to get to Angus to turn the power back on. But he's missing half of his face.
And of course, maybe we don't know, but he's going to turn.
Yeah.
So, and a fan was like, "Oh my God, you guys got to get to Angus before he turns. Find out how to run the generators. How do you work stuff?" And I'm like, "That's not a bad idea." But now we've lost power as well. And we can't count on Chubbs, Jillian, maybe Rebecca. But
do we need to, is this localized power loss? Is it just the building or is this like widespread?
I think the city's down.
City's down.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Do we want to roll for that? Or, I mean, is that pretty much expected?
Yeah, I think the power. Yeah, I think whatever it is, it's like, happened. Something finally went bad. And of course the herd is out.
Okay. All right.
So power's now probably out forever.
So interior stairwells aren't going to be lit.
Right. Well,
we've got backup generators.
Yeah, and there could be battery backups will run for a little bit of time.
All right.
We also have several vehicles down in a garage area, but of course that's not secure either. That's first floor garage utility area.
Well, it had metal gates.
It did, but now that they breached in.
Yeah, still not perfectly secure.
Right. And to be quite honest, when we're able to look down, all you see on the streets is wall-to-wall streams of zombies.
Yeah.
The idea, I'm not sure a tank could get through.
Taylor Swift concert let out.
Lots of Swifties.
It was full of Swifties.
Swifties just packed the streets.
Like a Taylor Swift concert and a Garth Brooks concert let out at the same time down there.
And
a lot of people.
Megadeth. Just a few wild.
How about Metallica?
Probably
a bigger crowd.
There, yeah.
Megadeth, not bad, but not as big as Metallica.
I just threw in a little flavor, a little spice.
Okay, so we've decided we've got to get to the basement. Rebecca's concerned about Emma.
Right. That's a good point. No, Jillian.
Or Jillian,
the mom.
Jillian is worried about Emma as well. She went off. So she wasn't as worried about Howard. She was like, "Yeah, dump him off of the side." Right? She didn't care.
Yeah, maybe. The question is, you and I think we both picked up a little bit of stress, if I remember right.
I got to tell you though, too, I've been leaving Varmint out, my dog.
Yes.
A lot of this, I kind of.
All right.
He's going with. He's got to go with. He's got to.
Here's the problem.
He's going now.
I picked up some stress, and I think you did as well. Yes.
One stressor. Right.
So here's the problem. I'm not in a good spot to go down. If you're picking up stress, you roll these extra zombie dice, but if you get the hand, you end up doing a roll of one zombie like pops out of a closet and they're on you. So it's extremely dangerous because it's this randomized roll where you could get an 11, which is like you brush them off and push them down the elevator shaft, or 66, eat your skull. So carrying stress gives you more dice to roll for success, but it's extremely dangerous if you roll a 1 on them. So the question with the first thing, I agree we got to go down. and maybe try to check on Howard and see if we can bring up the generators.
Not Howard, Angus.
Sorry, Angus.
Angus and
Howard's long gone.
Yeah.
But I would love to shed some stress. Now, the way to shed stress, you've already done it, is a bath with a bath bomb, or just relax, or drink a little bit of single malt.
There's other ways to
single
relieve
malt.
stress.
Single malt would be good. And there is other ways. I'm carrying 2. I would like to shed at least 1. And I think, judging by your 1 stress, my 2 were both a little unnerved by the problem on the 2nd floor and the herds in the street.
I'm smelling what you're selling.
Got it.
I don't know if we have time to de-stress.
Okay.
Because...
Yeah. How long is before he turns?
Yeah, Angus was mauled, and Angus disappeared. Do we have time to smoke a cigar and have a drink? You have time to take a shot. That could help.
Okay, let's do that. I think I'm a little rattled, and I think you're like, we got to get down, and we've got no power. We got to get to Angus.
Either way, I mean, I'm pretty reasonable as well. I think maybe Jillian is honest, but we're both like, whoa, we need to step back, take a breather, assess the situation. I think we're both on board here.
I like it.
She's honest to get going for Emma's sake.
Okay. How about this?
We know the importance as well. We know the exigency, but we also know, hey, whoa.
How about we both pour ourselves a nice single malt?
Yep, we go over to the bar.
And we then also are topping off mags, grabbing whatever other weapons we got.
I like it.
And I think that's a calming effect.
Yeah, that's true. That would be.
It would be, because, I mean, you're literally throwing some oil on, cleaning the bolt, doing some stuff maybe, topping off mags, checking stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's comforting.
Yeah.
Let's each get rid of 1 stress.
You got a little whiskey. Jillian's yelling at us, you gotta get going. We're just like.
Yeah, and I think I even say, step off, B. You chuckle a little bit, she's stunned, we laugh, take off 1 stress, which takes you down to 0. I'm going to take off 1, which is going to just take me down to, I just erased the wrong thing. I'm going to take off 1, which still means I'm going to have 1 stress sitting on me. But we don't have time. I agree with you 100%. I do have an M4 with a suppressor. You've got an M4 without.
So we're also saying we know we've lost power.
Yes.
Don't rush to failure.
Correct.
Is a big saying.
Yes.
So we know preparation is our key to success. We can't just go willy-nilly.
I think and a fan asked us, when we finally get down to Angus and Emma, could he have turned? So I think there's a bit of a timer here on us as well.
It depends. In the shows, are you a main character or not? Main characters always take longer to turn than sub-characters. Sub-characters like turn, in 5 minutes.
I think the question
if you're a main character, it could take a couple of days.
Got it. What if because we waited, got a drink, topped off, we didn't rush. What if it's 90% he hasn't turned yet?
I still think
90%, but that means he could have.
As realistic as you can be in a zombie setting.
Sure.
Even if you get bit, it's going to take a few hours just for the
Okay, so you think there's no point even rolling. He couldn't have changed yet. Right. Yeah. He couldn't have changed yet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we've only taken maybe an hour. Take a gram, top off, check your guns, fill up your ammo.
We're sitting on the couch, feet are up.
Right. Ready to go. We know we're going, but let's get it right.
Yeah.
Grab a little something to eat.
We're thinking this might be our last whiskey.
Got it. I like it. Okay. I think the hour's up and the power has gone down, which means even worse.
Rebecca wants to go. Rebecca wants to go. She's solid.
I know. I would rather have another gun with us. Having 3 people with you is a very good thing in this game.
Sure. She can help carry gear and disperse load a little bit. Although I think we're going to travel as light as we can.
And she's shown her ability with a weapon. I'm like, I think we've got to now travel the stairwell all the way down.
Yeah.
The problem is, can Jillian and Noah protect themselves?
No, but
We could.
Do we have to worry about
Right.
that?
We could maybe.
We can't.
chain
I don't
the door.
know. I mean, are we going to feel more secure leaving Rebecca behind to protect him?
I'm with you. Rebecca's with us. That's
Yeah.
a deal. All right, and maybe
Doors are locked.
Yeah.
You're secure. We've swept the floor.
Got
Jillian and Noah sit still.
Worst
sit pat.
case scenario
We'll be back.
is, we'll clear the floor of the threats when we get up there, but
Yeah.
they shouldn't be able to get in.
Right.
We're able to chain the doors or jam them or something.
Yeah.
Got it. I like it. There's 3 of us. That's good. Jillian is not, or Rebecca's not very well trained, so.
Rebecca also kind of feels like her best chance of survival is with us.
Probably with us. There's no doubt. Okay.
Okay.
When we come, we'll always roll for her last, and she's probably going to be like half of what you have. She's not trained, but we've showed her. We've got a rifle, pistol, whatever, knife. Okay. We're 58 to 60 floors up. Moving down the stairwell's got to be coming down to our advantage. Even if it's some darkness, we still got those emergency lights. They would still be running.
Is there any validity or purpose to safe roping down a elevator shaft? Do we have the gear?
Okay.
We know we can't get back
We have
up.
the ropes. We do have actually, we even have that auto climber. So we could
We
use
did
the
have
stairwell.
some stuff.
Yeah. I've got it in our gear. It's an auto energy climber that uses a battery, and it was charged.
A climber?
So, yeah, it was like it hooks onto a rope line, and you click into it, and it pulls you up. So I don't see it. But I'm with you. On 120 feet of rope would take us the last
10 floors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe getting past that first floor was all he welded all the doors closed, but the second floor, anywhere around there is the danger. Okay. So let's do this. Let's take foot travel down the stairs. And
No, you'd have to carry that rope. I guess you're going down the stairs, so not as bad.
Right. And I think I could just take that spool and put it over my shoulder. I wouldn't want to run with it for a mile, but I mean, I think I can move down the stairs with it. And I say
That's good. That's a good. I mean, that's valid to say. Yeah, let's go down to 10.
Let's go
and then
down to
we'll
floor 10.
Fast rope down from there.
Now, since it's not secure, I do think we got to do a 50-50 because is it possible that some walkers? I don't think a lot would have, but is it possible some of them got into the stairwell? I think it's possible.
I think you have to discuss possibilities of them getting out of the office where we barred them in.
We tried to do those just like signs that we shoved through the door handles and stuff.
So I think we have to roll for did they even get out?
Right. The problem is probably those doors open into the stairwell, which is the problem. It makes it kind of hard to bar it. You know what I'm saying? Stairwell doors always push into the stairwell.
A wedge on the bottom.
Right. But what do you think the odds are that?
I think the odds are pretty good that they got out of the office.
Yeah.
So let's say that. What's pretty good?
Well, we could just do 50-50. We don't know.
No, it's got to be higher, I think.
You think it's higher? Okay, so you think it's likely 75% that they're into the...
Yeah.
Okay.
That they got out of the office.
Not in the stairwell.
And then the stairwell. Because I think we tried to secure it as best as we could.
All right, so you want to call it a 75% chance.
Did they get out of the office?
All right. Well,
or into the stairwell.
Let's just do stairwell. Do you think it's 65 somewhat likely they're in the stairwell?
Yeah.
Okay, 65 or less, yes, they're in the stairwell.
44.
And that's a double, meaning we have to do a random event right now. A random event may not tie in, but it might. We're going to go here, and it's going to be tied into my character sheet, which I don't have, but we're going to check it here. 68 is going to be a PC positive, so this is going to be good for us. First of all, we can roll on action subject, or you can just imagine it. We're moving down. It's a PC positive. They are in the stairwell, but this tells me that we're hearing them or seeing them in a random event.
Okay.
I want to go with being silenced. There's a whole deal to roll on my ability to shoot something that is in front of me, but I think with them not knowing, or this one not knowing we're there, and being an operator, I can't imagine using a silenced M4 from a high position being a problem.
Right.
I think I've got to roll just to see if there's like is it a misfire or anything, but I think that's like a 5% chance. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Small.
65, so no. I mean, it could have been a click and all of a sudden it's coming, but I think we see it and just one silenced round, just a nice little, and drop it. But clearly you and I are like, crap, they're in the stairwell.
Yeah.
So as we move further down.
Any hope we had of a unimpinged.
Yes. And I like your idea of definitely when we hit the 10th floor, we definitely should we should rope down to the sub-basement. How much does 120 feet go? If it's 10 feet, that's 12 floors, right? So that would get us all the way to the sub-basement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it depends on how many.
Because 10 floors would take us down to subfloor 2,
yeah.
which is where I think he is, remember?
Yeah.
We hit the subfloor and then he was in the floor below that.
I don't remember.
All right. So how about we do the odds of there's one in there. Is it 50-50 that there's another one as we move down from 25 to 10? All right. Why don't you roll? 50 or less is yes, there's another one.
65.
Okay. So we don't find another one, but we know top and down. And we hit the 10th floor. As we come out the door, I think we've got to roll again, but this will be expected. This will be expected. Odd or even is an altered scene. So as we come out onto the floor, I want to know, does anything alter this? If we get, our chaos factor is 5. If we get a 6 or above, nothing happens. 5 or lower, there's something that's going to alter or interrupt what we're doing.
4.
Ooh. 4 is even, it's an interrupt. All right, so we can do this logically. As we come out, we're coming out onto the 10th floor. Something is interrupting our plan, which is to move over to the elevator shaft. And I would imagine there can't be too many things on the 10th floor other than walkers that would interrupt us. How many? Just roll a 6-sided die, and how many are we finding? Ugh.
5.
Jeez, that's a ton. Doesn't mean we have to immediately engage in combat with them. I mean, we could chuck something, see if we can drive them to a place. Is there something? I mean, we could go right into combat with them. And I think with us coming in quiet, we haven't made a lot of noise. The big question is we could even try to sneak past I think our problem is we've got to wedge open the elevator shaft. We've got to somehow set up our ropes, and then we're going to rope down. So if anything, we probably need a secure 10th floor. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, or do we just bail on the rope idea and go back to the staircase?
Yeah, I think we bail.
Okay.
That's going to be smart. Just close the door. Don't even engage.
Okay. I like that. I think that's the key. So, I mean, we're talking like a gentle push. Let's open it up, and immediately there's oh my God. With the only question being, do they see us? And if you bring that door back, usually those doors have a panic bar to get you out. How about we spot them? Do they see us? We may not even have to roll, because if the idea is just push the door back closed. All right. I like your idea.
Yeah, I think we're able. Yeah. I think we're able. We just
I just drop the rope there in the climbing gear though? Just leave it.
Yeah, we're okay. That's out.
It's
leave
too
it
much. So the idea of fast roping or roping the shaft is out. This floor is already compromised.
Yeah.
Okay. 10th floor.
Oh, sure, you could go check 9, 8, 7, 6, but we're hey.
Problem is, look at this. They're already up here somehow.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows how, but they are.
Let's just drop that. Dead weight.
Got it.
Don't need to
and
carry
a lot of the stairwells, you'll have a double set of doors because they're fire stairwells. So it's one door into the area and then another door into the stairwell.
Yeah.
So I would imagine sometimes walkers aren't real good at working doors.
Right.
All right. So I'm going to give us, I think we both decide it's safer to just keep using the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we found one in here. How about as we go floor by floor down, that's 12 floors down, I think we're going to have to do some kind of roll each floor just to see if we have a threat.
Okay.
What do you think's fair? I don't want to be unfair. Is it 25% chance as we go each floor that we're spotting?
Let's just say 50-50.
50-50.
Either there are or there aren't.
All right, I'm going to track it as we go down. I'm going to count. So floor 10, we know floor 10's clear, so let's actually, because we're on 10 floor, we dropped one. Let's go floor 9. We're coming down, working that spiraling down angle. 50,
you should be able to clear a couple floors. I mean,
you think?
2 to 3 floors probably at a time.
Okay, so you're just edging around as you go. So you think we can clear, what do you want to go 2?
I'd say 2. You got to be able to clear 2 flights.
So that means we're going to have to do 6 checks.
Okay.
We're going to have to do 6 checks
50,
as we go 12 down. 50-50. So these first 2 floors, check 6.
8 and 9. Looking at floors 8 and 9.
Got it.
57.
That's a no.
Nope.
All right.
All right, so we're moved down.
Yep. Now we're on what I'm calling
floor 6 and 7.
Check 5.
72.
Ooh, nope. Still clear. 4. It feels like we're being quiet as we're edging these corners.
85.
Ooh,
nope.
3. Check 3. We're getting closer.
78.
Nice.
Nope. Last 2.
Now, we know the second, this check 2 means we're at floors 2 and 1.
Down.
50 all the way down. Do it.
13.
Ooh.
So we ran into on
all right.
Second floor.
And then for how many are there, why don't we roll 110? Do you want to roll a 6-sided die? All right. 6-sided die. Let's do it on the outside so it doesn't get confused. That's 6.
Oof.
Yeah. So
they're just standing there milling.
There's 6 of them on floor 2, which is where the breach happened anyway. That makes sense, actually, because that's
just
where
the
we come
roll
up.
of the die.
Yeah, I know, but it makes total sense. All right. Well, I think you're simply doing you or me or something like, and then you come up and you're like, boom. And I'm like, 6? And you're like, yeah. We don't want to do anything that's going to make more noise. So not like a hand grenade, even if I had one. We don't want to do anything like that.
Right.
I've got a silenced weapon.
Yes.
That would probably...
I know I've got an M4. I don't know
if it's but it's not silenced. Your M4 unsilenced.
Oof, we don't want to touch that off in the stairwell.
Right, God. It would definitely
Unless if we had ear protection.
Right.
I mean, even for our safety.
I know.
M4 in a stairwell.
Yeah, loud. And
I hear ringing.
Trauma. Yeah, we wouldn't hear anything coming in.
Okay, so you've got this suppressed.
Yeah. Is there anything else? I've got one idea. What if we drop something down the stairwell and see if we can drive this herd to go down? You know what I'm saying?
We've got to go down.
I know. So you think it might just be better to drop them right on the second floor and see if we can maybe secure that door? Because it's got to be a problem is what it's telling me. Okay. They would have to come up to us. That's got to be somewhat of an advantage if we start to fight them. They're going to have to come up the stairs. Seems like a good place to fight. My only thing is if the second floor is where the breach looks like it happened, if we drove them down, maybe we could secure up that door a little bit before we even engage them.
You're also driving them towards Angus and Emma.
That's true. All right.
I think we've got to engage.
Okay. So we'll just go with an engage, and I'll try to do it. If I'm in the lead, I would imagine working the angles, we're going to get some advantage out of this. So this is going to be ranged combat where I've got a 6 and I get to work in my 5 dice, and I'm rolling. Okay, so I'm going to have 11 dice on this, plus 1 for the stress, meaning a total of 12 die.
We have Varmint with us too, the dog.
Okay, that's a good point. I think if they start coming, maybe we release the hounds kind of thing. All right, so we're going to go with 6 and 5. That's interesting. I'm going to need to borrow one stress, and I'm going to re-roll one of these dice because I only have 10, so I'll re-roll one black die.
We'll throw two. Can't you throw two red ones?
I could, but if you get a roll, if you get the hand, it's bad.
Gotcha.
So I will re-roll one of these.
Okay.
And I'm going to just see. I'm thinking I could do some headshots.
Left to right or right to left.
That's it. And I'm going to re-roll one of my black ones as long as it's not a 1. Oh, there's a 3. Let me just re-roll that. We know that's a 3.
5.
All right. Unfortunately, it did hit that and knocked it around. All right. Oddly, I've got a whopping 2 hits on this. Not good. And a 5 on the threat die there. All right. So that is, if I've dropped, there's 6. We're down to 4. But now they're aware of us. 2 are dropped. Headshots and they're down. I would imagine, I could push that and take a stress and maybe get more hits. But I don't think they're going to be able to climb. I think before they get to us, I would get one more shot and then we would all be able to even shoot them if necessary. So I don't know if I need to push threat at this level, but what do you think? I like the height advantage and the corner angle.
Okay.
I think they'd be even confused with suppressed.
Could be.
All right. So that's 2 hits.
And they're hearing brass is bouncing around.
I think they would be like
where's that
orienting towards the up.
Maybe not. Yeah.
But I don't think it's like a rush.
Okay. I like it.
You let me know if you're letting varmint go. I do think I'm going to take one more shot at him, see what I get.
Varmint just takes off. I was trying to.
Oh, shoot. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do this.
He's on his way down.
Okay. I'm taking this, and here comes varmint. So we're going to figure that out in a second. Ooh, 2 more. Ooh, but this isn't good. I've got a hand, which means one of them's going to come for me like one I didn't notice. How would that happen? 2 more are down. I like this. You said varmint's coming down. What if I try to grab varmint as he's moving in and I get grabbed by one of them? Okay. That's what this is. I've got to roll.
There was one we didn't see. He was in a blind spot.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
We just didn't see him.
Got it. All right. So what I get is 1 shot to shoot it or muscle it away. And if I fail, then it's going to come at me. I've got a couple options. I really don't want to use. I think I'm going to simply stick with one's up on me. I get 1 shot at taking it out. If I miss, it's going to do a walker attack on me. So it's one I didn't see. So I've got 1 shot. I can re-roll one of these. I still get this. Ooh, yeah. This is just on him. Problem is, I got all those. I think I emptied the
3.
bag. Yeah. I think one comes like from the sides well, and I'm like...
At some point, though, 2 hours, I'm going to start shooting.
Yeah.
Even though I don't have a suppressed weapon.
Okay. He's down. So, that means there's still 1 in there. I think the first deal is varmint is on it.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to take a shot and save it, or is varmint going to try to just...
Well, you got varmint can't do the damage. He's got the zombie down,
right,
but he can't kill it. He's not going to inflict the...
Right. All right. So I like that. I think you're right. We've worked around canines enough. The canine usually hits it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, knocks it down.
Yeah. And then we're going to move in and...
All right. I'm totally occupied.
Yeah.
You've got to move in.
Yep.
And the question is, are you shooting or are you using some kind of bladed weapon? What do you have? So you're moving in with just a knife. You're going to get 2 more dice. So if you're going to look at your strength and close combat. You've got 3 and 3 plus 1. So that's 6 plus 1. You're going to be rolling 7 dice. How many is that?
5.
7 dice. You got rid of your stress, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
None.
Got it. The dog has knocked him down. So as far as advantage goes, I don't know if that almost probably makes it harder. the dog's in there and the thing's moving around. So I don't know if there's a bonus for you going in with the knife. What do you think?
A bonus? No.
All right, got it. You've got your 2 dice. If you can bury this knife into the head.
A 6 or the bullseye?
Yep. You need a bullseye. Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Perfect. You got 1 of them out of there. So, boom, the last one is gone. I think the dog's tearing him in, and you just tell me what you do. What do you do?
Yeah, just walk up and freaking knife him right in the side of the skull.
Got it. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there like reloading. Jesus Christ. I didn't even see that one. It was in like an alcove or something.
Right.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yes. Got it. All right.
He was on a smoke break.
Yeah. All right. I think we're going to do scene. We know we're able to clear all the way down to the stairwell from that. I think maybe the one thing is there anything we can do to secure those doors?
Which doors?
The doors on that second floor,
Oh, just the
which
second
we
floor?
just found 5. What about a wedge? The door pushes in, right? What if you wedge that door?
Sure. If we've got enough. If I've carried enough wedges with me.
Okay.
I mean, do we feel 2 is enough of a threat compared to all the other floors we passed, or where we
Right.
saw 5 on the other floor?
Well, 2 is where we know the breach is in the window,
Right.
and here we found 5. I think if you're willing to throw a wedge in there,
Okay.
all right, I think it'll help secure us as we're going up.
Yeah.
Just remember, I'm going to put that we've got a wedge on floor 2.
Okay.
All right, and then I think we do one last roll, pretty favorable. Is there anything else down below? Do you want to just do 50-50?
Yeah, we only had 1 roll left.
Okay, that's
For the
right. You're right. You're right, because we're on
Yeah, it's
2. So we're
50-50.
doing that last sub-basement, 50-50.
24. Yep, we ran into more.
We're going to have let's roll to see how many, and we will stop there. So, how many?
2.
2. All right, we're going to have 2 more. We're going to stop there. We will come back in the next episode and clear it. Anything else before we leave?
No.
All right. Thanks to the fans that are commenting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I already put out in the comments, we're not going to be doing these every other week like we were, just because Scott's living in Tampa, but we'll do them as we can. Thank you for watching the show. See ya. Bye.